What's up, everybody? We have a women's self-defense instructional here. There's too many videos out there that avoid the brutal truth about the streets. In this video, we're going to tell you the real ways to stay safe. So let me tell you a little story. Marie called me the other night and she told me how there was this shady dude outside of her car, from in between her car and the front door of our house. So she asked me to come down and, make sure she made it home okay. This is awesome. What she did is perfect. It was the middle of the night, but it was the same routine that she does. She comes home from work and she walks into the house. But she was smart enough to pay attention to her surroundings and take mental notes of the people who are around. So that's my first tip, is be observant. Take mental note of your surroundings, the people around you, escape paths, stuff like that. So what she did was perfect. But I told her that for the times I'm not around, you gotta be able to defend yourself.
Yeah, right, this guy was huge. I think he could have thrown me over his shoulder and I couldn't have done a thing about it.
This is when I explained that, we all are human. We all have a skeletal structure, we all have a muscular system, so whether they're male, female, bigger or smaller, it doesn't matter. With what you have, with your own body, you can put up a fight. And you don't necessarily have to win. You don't have to beat the guy up, but don't give up so easily. Instead you should be thinking, in the heat of it, you picked the wrong person to fuck with. So as Marie was thinking, he could have just picked me up, thrown me over his back and walked away with me, and she wouldn't have been able to do anything. Alright, no, there's plenty you could do, okay? From here, she could straighten her leg out and throw knees to the chest, to the stomach, kick to the groin. She could choke me. She could finger jabs to the throat. She could push into my eyes. She could rip my ear right off my head. She can pull my hair, okay? All the while, she should be screaming. She should be yelling, not only to draw attention, but also to just be an overwhelming force. She should be a force to reckon with. Piggybacking off of the tip about being observant, I also wanted to note that you don't want to be a target. What this means is when you go out at night to a club or to the bar, you don't want to be a drunk mess, okay? You don't want to be jogging in the middle of the night by yourself because you're just asking for trouble, you're asking to be a victim. So you just got to be smart, make smart decisions, travel in groups, stay in public areas, stuff of that nature. I'm sick of turning on my TV and seeing that women are being victims of domestic abuse and rapings and muggings and stuff like that. If my whole point of making this video is if I could just reach a couple people and save them, give them the knowledge and the tips to be able to defend themselves or avoid it completely, then I feel like I did my job. So if you guys could help me out and share this with your kids, with your daughters, with your parents, with your friends, all right, with your wife or significant other. If you're a guy watching this, all the same principles still apply, okay? All right, depending on the comments and the ratings I get on this video, if you want me to go more in depth with technique and more of the psychology, let me know, okay? And we absolutely will. So I hope you ladies watching appreciate this and really retain the information because it is important, it will help. Until next time, I'm Shane Faison.
I'm Marie.
FightTips.com.
Woo!